I introduce a simple two-line budgeting system that's both stress-free and effective. You'll learn to incorporate and concentrate on what matters most. Establishing your financial priorities so you know exactly what to focus on first. So this way, you'll feel confident and empowered, not weighed down by debt. The goal is to free you from that financial burden while helping you unleash your potential to reach your dreams, achieve your financial security, and thrive in your daily life full of other responsibilities and to-dos. It's all possible with this straightforward two-line budget system because it's hands down the most convenient, simple, and effective budgeting system I've ever encountered. After trying countless budgeting methods, spreadsheets, apps, complex expense trackers, I felt overwhelmed and stuck. But when I discovered the two-line budget, everything changed. Welcome to the Simple Money Systems. This is the go-to podcast for exceptional women who are eager to pay off their debt and live a fearless, meaningful life with confidence and joy. Hi, Diana Gallas here. I am a mom to a special needs child, a caregiver to a loved one, and the host of this show for you, who is determined to break free from debt without sacrificing what you value most. Discover here simple money strategies to set you free from debt culture, money wasting, and ever-changing mode of currency and market volatility. If you're ready to say yes to a debt-free life and exchange everything that hasn't worked for a plan that will, results that are undeniable, like peace of mind, better sleep, improved mood, and more money in your pocket, this podcast is for you. Hug your bug or boo, roll up those sleeves, and get your life out of debt into your freedom land with confidence. Just imagine trying to navigate a maze with a map that's 50 pages long. Overwhelming, right? That's how traditional budgeting can feel. Complex, time-consuming, and often discouraging. But what if you could manage your money with just two simple lines? The two-line budget, a revolutionary approach that strips away the clutter and gives you a smarter, more efficient way to take control of your finances. In a world where simplicity reigns supreme, the two-line budget isn't just a shortcut, it's a game changer. You know that feeling when you open a traditional budget spreadsheet and it feels like you're staring at the back of a Rubik's Cube? You're pretty sure that's a way out, but you just can't figure it out. That's how I felt every time I tried to balance my budget. There I was, spending hours categorizing every penny, trying to make sense of spreadsheets that looked like they belong in a corporate boardroom, not my kitchen table. And let's not even talk about the tracking every latte part. After all that work, I was supposed to save money, but instead, I just wanted to escape my budget. Like, where's the runaway to beach category, right? That would be way more realistic. But wait, this is budgeting, right? Isn't it supposed to help you save money, not push you to the brink of a nervous breakdown? Spoiler alert, it's not just you. Traditional budgeting is the enemy of freedom, and it's high time we broke free from the chaos. Okay, picture this. It's a Tuesday and you're feeling ambitious. You sit down with your coffee, ready to tackle your budget like an adult, right? Then you open your spreadsheet and suddenly you've got hit with a wave of regret. Where did all my money go? There's a category for eating out and let's just say it's a bit more than you thought. So you start shifting things around. Maybe you can cut down on coffee this month. Yeah, right. And then 2 hours later, you're deep into a spreadsheet hole, convinced that you need to sell everything you own just to make ends meet. And by the time you've done balancing, you're Googling if you can move into your car for a cheaper rent, right? Friend, budgeting was supposed to help you, but now it's like you're in a financial hostage situation with yourself. Okay, you might think, but maybe you could give up avocado toast, staring at your bank balance like it's a bad Tinder date. You might think that you're just too harsh on yourself. Friend, is it what you think when it comes to budgeting? That you spend more time and energy on your budget than actually saving money. And the only thing you could come up away with was a headache and the realization that you might just prefer not knowing where your money goes. And of course, the glamorous world of budgeting, but not with two-line budgeting. Yes, two-line budgeting method eliminates all the spreadsheets headache, endless app scrolling, Googling, YouTubing, and most importantly, it provides peace of mind, a sense of financial security, control over your money, and simply a happier you. While budgeting methods like zero-based budgeting, cash envelopes, and digital envelopes may seem effective at first glance, they often come with their own set of challenges that can actually make managing money more stressful, especially if you don't know about a simpler two-line budgeting system. Let's look at one of the traditional budgeting methods, zero-based budgeting, what it is and why it's so ineffective. For example, it requires you to allocate every single dollar to a specific expense or savings goal. And this method would not work well if you have irregular income, because zero-based budgeting focusing on your pay date, right? When you get paid, and after you get paid, let's say every other week or maybe every week, you allocate all your paycheck that you received, right? You allocate it to come up to the zero. So you allocate every single dollar to each category. So at the end, it zeroes out, right? So this is the principle of zero-based budgeting. And for me, it was so ineffective because it can be very strict and rigid. It is very time consuming because every single paycheck you need to sit down and allocate to the penny. And also it leaves little room for flexibility. Just imagine if your priorities shift or unexpected expenses pop up, you'll find yourself scrambling to adjust everything. And instead of giving you freedom, it can trap you in a constant tracking and recalculating, leading to more frustration and less financial peace. Then another popular budgeting method is cash envelope system. You probably heard about this, but it can quickly feel restrictive and impractical. Just imagine having 15 or 20 different cash envelopes stuffed with paper money and carrying around in your purse or in your pockets, it is just, for me, it's a big security alert. And carrying around physical cash and manually managing envelopes for every category can be a hassle. It also ignores the rise of digital transactions, making it harder to track your money when you're paying with cards or through apps. Friends, what starts as a good idea often turns into a burden, especially if you're trying to juggle various envelopes for different expenses. And now, more modern method, it's a digital envelopes. It has the similar concept of cash envelopes and just make it digital, which sounds convenient, but they still carry the same issues. And this is where you open checking account for every single spending category. And just imagine handling and balancing all your 15 or 20 different checking accounts for every category and then transferring money from one category to another one. And then at the end of the month, when you receive bank statements, just imagine reconciling all your 15 or 20 different bank accounts. It's a craziness right on the spot because you are managing numerous envelopes for different expenses, and just like the cash system, it can become overwhelming, ineffective, and inefficient. There is little room for spontaneity or any cushion for unexpected costs, and you may miss the bigger picture of your overall financial health. All these systems, though they can work for some, often end up creating more mental clutter and complexity than clarity. And back to digital envelopes. For me, it was such a hassle just to handle the spreadsheet with all the formulas, budgeting Excel spreadsheet. If for some reason I tried to adjust one cell and then my formula was gone, my formula was erased in that cell. I tried to juggle several different cells in Excel sheet and my formula disappeared. And friends, just one formula ruined all my Excel spreadsheet. I do use Excel, but not excessively. I do not depend excessively on my Excel spreadsheets to keep up with my budgeting because it's just too much time. It takes more time to manage my Excel budget spreadsheet rather than actually work on my money. So, are you tired of feeling overwhelmed by complicated budgeting methods? And if traditional budgeting systems have left you frustrated and confused, it's time to try something simpler and much smarter. My debt-free budgeting course introduces you to the two-line budget, a game-changing method that makes managing your money easier than ever. Unlike traditional budgeting approaches that require tracking dozens of categories and managing complex spreadsheets, the two-line budget simplifies everything down to just two essential categories: bills and everything else, right? This straightforward approach allows you to focus on what matters most, helping you stay organized without all the stress and hustle. Whether you're saving for a future goal or managing day-to-day expenses, this system ensures you always know where your money is going and how to prioritize what matters most. Now, by using the two-line budget, you'll spend less time managing your finances and more time enjoying the things that matter. It's designed to give you peace of mind, eliminate confusion, and help you take control of your financial future with minimal effort. So, if you're ready to simplify your life, reduce financial stress, and start building the future you deserve, this course is your first step toward achieving financial freedom and security. Join now and start managing your money a smarter, easier way. Go to the website at dianagalas.com. It's DIANAGALAS.com and apply for the debt-free budgeting course. Friend, because I want you to forget everything you know about drowning in spreadsheets and endless expense tracking. The two-line budget is here to shake things up, and it's as simple as it sounds. Instead of juggling 50 categories and trying to remember if that coffee was essential or luxury, you focus on just 2 lines. Your bills that you pay once a month, and then everything else. Here's the magic. First, you set up your bill pay system. Think of it as your financial autopilot. Putting your rent, utilities, subscriptions, and other regular payments into one category. Set up automatic payments so you never have to wonder if that electric bill got lost in the shuffle. Then, you take a breath and move on to the second line. Everything else or your purchases. This is where your daily expenses like groceries, coffee, and out-of-pocket expenses. And, oops, I bought a random gadget go, right? You give yourself a set amount for this category. Let's say $500 for the month. And that's it. Simple, right? If you want to learn more about the debt-free budgeting program, where I teach the two-line budgeting method, please visit my website at dianagalas.com to learn more. Now, here's the kicker. You spend just 5 minutes a day reflecting on your spending. Oh my, did you go over your everything else budget? Friend, no sweat. Adjust it, move on, and focus on what's really important. Making sure those bills are paid and keeping an eye on where you can be smarter with your spending. By doing this daily check-in, you're not just managing your money, you are building financial independence, security, and that sweet, sweet peace of mind, right? You'll see where you're winning, where you're overspending, and most importantly, where you have room to breathe. No more overwhelming numbers, no more spreadsheets that make you question your life choices. Just a clear, easy system that actually works. You're now the boss of your money, and all it took was a little daily habit and 2 lines. Simple, smart, and totally stress-free. Now, friend, if you're stuck, unsure, or maybe even in a worse situation with your finances than you think, I want you to take control of your finances in a way that's not just easier, but actually enjoyable. Through my debt-free budgeting course, I introduce a simple 2-line budgeting system that's both stress-free and effective. You'll learn to incorporate and concentrate on what matters most. Establishing your financial priorities so you know exactly what to focus on first. So this way, you'll feel confident and empowered, not weighed down by debt. The goal is to free you from that financial burden while helping you unleash your potential to reach your dreams, achieve your financial security, and thrive in your daily life full of other responsibilities and to-dos. It's all possible with this straightforward 2-line budget system. because it's hands down the most convenient, simple, and effective budgeting system I've ever encountered. After trying countless budgeting methods, spreadsheets, apps, complex expense trackers, I felt overwhelmed and stuck. But when I discovered the two-line budget, everything changed. It transformed my life in ways I didn't think possible. By focusing on just two categories, bills and everything else, I finally gained control over my finances without the stress and confusion of traditional budgeting methods. Whether you're a busy mom, a young professional, or anyone looking to take charge of your money, I truly believe that two-line budget can do the same for you. It's straightforward, manageable, and most importantly, it works. If you're ready to simplify your financial life and get on track to your dreams, this system is the game changer you've been searching for. Friend, go to the show notes below this episode, click the link, and apply for the program. I would love to see you actually enjoying looking at your finances and putting your money to work for you. I want you to use your money as a powerful tool to unlock your true calling, your potential, so you can finally put your gifts and talents to serve your loved ones and others. And most importantly, so you can feel fulfilled without the feeling of guilt. Now, friends, I am glad that you are with me. I loved recording this episode for you. Did I stretch your imagination a little today? Maybe challenged your thoughts on budgeting? I hope you picked up some useful ideas or tips that you can start using right away. And if you're ready to dive deeper, come join us in the Simple Money Systems private Facebook community. It's a space for you to find accountability, share your thoughts, and get practical money tips to handle your busy life with ease. And hey, if you found today's episode helpful, I would be so grateful if you would leave 5-star written review on the Apple Simple Money Systems podcast. It helps others find their way to the simpler, more powerful way of managing family finances with the two-line budget. As I like to say, the journey to financial freedom starts with a single step. Let's take that step together. I can't wait to talk to you again in a week. And until then, take care and remember, you've got this. Thank you for tuning into the Simple Money Systems podcast. I hope you found this episode insightful, and I truly believe that a mom like you can be an inspiration to many others just by simply sharing this podcast and leaving a path of precious gems for those moms who are yet to find them. So together, we can create a community of exceptional moms who stand behind each other. Would you share it with other ladies so they can also find a way to a purposeful, debt-free life? Your precious gem is yet to shine. Get it out and share your light with others. Take a good care of yourself, and I meet you right back here at the Simple Money Systems, where your financial freedom journey begins.